I got to be really blunt with you in today's report. It quite frankly pisses me off that this is happening to our country. And of course, it's happening under the dumbest administration in all of United States of America's history, and that is the Biden administration. Right now, what I'm going to tell you, a lot of people have not talked about, and you likely haven't seen the information I'm showing you today. This is absolutely huge. So please make sure you share this video with everyone. You're not going to regret it. And make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But anyway, there is a global threat against our United States military bases, not just here in the United States of America, but this crap is happening all over the globe, specifically in the UK, which Britain, Germany, these kinds of areas. There are drones that have been flying over our military bases and military installations internationally. And this stupid administration has been turning a blind eye to it, not shooting any of them down, not over here in the US or internationally. They're just allowing this crap to happen. And they've got technology, by the way, that can bring some of these drones down, like in a gentle manner if they needed to. I mean, hell, some of them are over the ocean. You know, hey, there's a lot we can do about that, but they are literally opening up our country to activity, which I'm now even leaning more on foreign crap. Like, right? I go back and forth, and I'll be really honest with you. I honestly think it's both. It's both our military and our military subsidiaries. Maybe not so much. It's like people working with our military here, where they've given millions of dollars to create drones and all of this. They are flying in our skies, absolutely, here in the U.S. But I also believe that it could be foreign invaders like China, Iran, or Russia. I've got a lot to share with you today. Oh my God, you are going to freak. But take a look at this. This is on dailymail.co.uk, and this is headline: exclusive, startling image of mysterious drone over U.S. airbase in the UK revealed, as bombshell report claims FBI has known about the swarms over military sites for years, all under the Joe Biden administration. Now, this was just published December 2024, but here's what it says. Unauthorized drones have been zipping across United States military bases at speeds of up to 170 miles per hour, easily dodging radar and signal jamming systems. They're just dodging it. It's like they're laughing at us in our faces, and we're allowing this internationally. But anyway, but contrary to the non-answers, intelligent officials have been dishing out as New Jersey residents panic about car-sized drones flying over their homes for the past month. The government has been aware of this threat for over a year. Daily Mail can exclusively reveal. Exclusively obtained images show one craft photographed by special military units over a U.S. airbase in England last month. Daily Mail also obtained excerpts from a joint U.S. Air Force, NASA, and FBI report on previous airbase inclusions and an account from a senior officer briefed on the incidents. It goes on to state, Daily Mail obtained an internal government report showing federal agencies knew about the incursions from apparent advanced drones over a year ago, but have failed to put a stop to it. Kind of sounds familiar to like what they're doing right now. But it goes on. Langley Air Force Base in Virginia was swarmed with dozens of drones for a week in December 2023, creating a security panic. The incident was kept secret until it was revealed by Defense Magazine, The War Zone, in March of this year. A report authorized by the Air Force, by the FBI, and NASA, which has a facility next to Langley Air Base, said that their detection equipment and signal jamming equipment had failed. In a presentation slide titled Lessons Learned, Daily Mail can reveal. I don't think they learned their lesson, because this happened back in December 2023. And I'm going to go to that event in just a moment. But apparently it's happening again, this time in New Jersey, that time in Virginia, at an Air Force base in Virginia. And yet they're still allowing these darn things to fly over our skies. But it goes on to talk about internationally. It says a UK military source told dailymail.com that when drones started swarming an air base, a U.S. air base in eastern England last month, security personnel were not prepared to deal with the advanced foreign technology. The source, a senior officer, was briefed in detail on the drone incursions at RAF Lake Heath in Suffolk, England, which began on November 20th. Lake Heath is a highly sensitive location for our United States military, reportedly earmarked earlier this year to store some of Americans' arsenal of nuclear weapons. How dumb does this administration have to be to allow these drones in and around that base over in the UK and not do anything about it? Now, speaking of lessons learned, let's go back to that event in 2023. And here it is. This is on the TWZ, the warzone.com. Mysterious drones swarmed Langley Air Force Base for weeks. The unidentified drones were such an issue that assets were called in from around the government, including NASA and WB-57 high-altitude jets. Now, this article wasn't published until March of this year, literally like 6-ish months. Let me see, December, January, February, March, 3 or 4 months after the event happened, right? This happened over the Air Force Base in December 2023. And in March, they want to post, oh, now we're going to kind of talk about this, right? But they go on to detail how they still don't really have answers. Wink and a freaking nod. It's important to note that this is not the first time that Langley and other U.S. military bases across the country, including outlining U.S. territories as well as critical civilian infrastructure, have been subjected to mysterious drone overflights. U.S. warships have also been swarmed off the coast of the U.S. U.S. military aircraft also are routinely encountering drones in various test and training ranges and other restricted military operation areas. America's nuclear power plants have had very troubling encounters with drone swarms, yet the frequency and nature of the incursions in Virginia sound eerily similar to the bizarre claims of unidentified drone swarms roving over the plains of Colorado in the winter of 2019 to 2020. The government response to those incidents was something of a meek sideshow. Sounds like something familiar compared to what clearly occurred regarding the Langley incident, a sign of just how much more serious these incidents are being taken. Whatever. Back then, the answer was, we don't know what it is. Who knows? You know, there's thousands of drones that fly each and every single day. Kind of like the answers they're freaking giving us right freaking now. Hey, this happened in 2019, 2020 over Colorado. It happened in Virginia. It's happening over our military bases, ships, nuclear power plants. Hey, nothing to fear here, folks. Just look the other way, says the damn FBI and our government agencies that aren't worth a shit under the Biden administration. But hey, guess what? This is plaguing our Air Forces internationally. Lucy, we have a problem. I'm not going to fast forward. I'm going to show you these, but I'm going to tell you my point before I get into that. I do believe wholeheartedly this is definitely foreign interference of some sort. I think it's both, right? It's our freaking military testing stuff as well through other agencies that they're giving grants to, right? Or them, who I don't even care. It's the same freaking thing, in my opinion. And I believe we are having foreigners track our information, detail what we are doing, and spying on us, not only internationally, but here domestically. And we are allowing it, folks. Please remember, Joe Biden is compromised. He has compromising things with the CCP and with Ukraine. So it could be a number of foreigners. Who the hell only knows? But now it appears the word is out that we're allowing it. So these drone sightings have exploded, right? But let's go back. Not a little bit, but this is November 27, 2024. Unauthorized drones continue to plague U.S. Air Force bases in the United Kingdom. A comprehensive look at how the situation, which an autonomous U.S. official said appears to be coordinated and not the work of hobbyists like we're being told, has unfolded so far. Since November 20th, 2024, U.S. Air Force bases in the southeast of the UK have been dealing with nightmare incursions of unidentified uncrewed aerial systems, aka drones, over and around their airspaces. The U.S. Air Force 48th Fighter Wing, based at RAF Lake Heath, confirmed via social media that bases involved included three different bases: RAF Lake Heath or Lake and Heath, RAF Middleton Hall, and RAF Feltwell. 3 bases, all located within several miles of each other, are referred to by U.S. forces as the Tri-Base area. Our Tri-Base area in the UK has drones, nightmare drones, flying over them. And I guarantee you, some of them are the size of cars. A spokesperson for the U.S. Air Force responded to initial press inquiries with the following statement. We can confirm the small unmanned aerial systems were spotted. Well, I guess they're saying they're small, but nobody really knows what that is. Were spotted in the vicinity of and over RAF Lakenheath, RAF Middleton Hall, and RAF Feltwell between the 20th and 22nd of November. The number of UAS fluctuated, and they ranged in size and configuration. The UASs were actively monitored, and installation leaders determined that none of the incursions impacted base residents or critical infrastructure. I always like to add that little part in there, right? While some observers, like myself, if I was over there, I would have said this, have been quick to ask why security forces do not simply shoot down the drones, even going as far as to accuse the local UK government of restricting this type of action. It should be noted that even on their own soil, the U.S. military does not appear so far to prefer a kinetic approach to containing the threat. It's our own airspace. We have the right to do it. We're not even shooting them down in the freaking UK. Speaking on the condition of anonymity to Reuters, a U.S. official suggested that the drone operations appeared beyond the sophistication of hobbyists, leading to the possibility that a foreign power or group might be involved. Again, they're not giving us answers as to who is doing it internationally. They're not giving us answers as to who's doing it domestically. They're hiding it. Here's another one. Fleet of drones is spotted over a major U.S. airbase in Britain, where they are building facilities to house, there it is, nuclear weapons. Yet again, those drones like those nuclear weapon areas. And then we also have Reuters right here. U.S. military confirms drone sightings at airbase in Germany. It's foreign, and it's being allowed. The question we have to ask is, why is it being allowed? Why aren't we doing anything about it? Well, Representative Michael McCall recently came out, and he said this about the drones. I want you to listen.
Congress is going to pursue this. I know the House Intelligence Committee is having a hearing on this. We need to identify who is behind these drones. My judgment, based on my experience, is that those that are over our military sites are adversarial and most likely are coming from the People's Republic of China.
Do you think you'll be satisfied with what you hear today?
Probably not. I think they're going to say they don't know. And that's a concern in and of itself, that if we have drones flying around military bases and we can't identify where they came from or who's responsible for them. I know there are a lot of commercial drones out there, and Secretary Mayorkas has talked about this. That's fine, but the ones flying over our military bases, by definition, I would say are adversarial. We need to know who is behind that because I believe they're spy drones. And the PRC, Chinese Communist China, is very good at this stuff. And we know they bought land around military bases. This would be very consistent with their policy over the last couple of years.
But we do know that Joe Biden has some questionable assets and links to the Communist Chinese Party. Did he make some kind, and I'm not saying he did or didn't, did Joe Biden make some kind of agreement with the CCP to allow the drones to surveillance our technology? You know, because him and his son got a freaking money cut. Somebody needs to investigate that. I'm just saying. Oh, wait, Joe Biden just pardoned his sons. You can't really look into Hunter Biden now, can ya? Since 2014, he got a blanket pardon. That's why I said he would pardon his son. Is this why we're not shooting the drones out of the sky? Because Joe Biden is compromised and made some kind of under the handshake deal and we're going to allow your drones to fly up in the sky? I'm pissed. This is our freaking national security, if it is indeed a foreign international. And I'm damn convinced it pretty much is. And it's both, again, it's both. Well, let's just throw some of our flights up there too, so, you know, make it a heyday. So we can say that it's, you know, just hobbyists and law enforcement. and the whole 9 yards. This is more than your average activity that is happening, and it keeps increasing, folks. And if we don't do anything about it, it's going to continue to happen. And they are getting sensitive information on our very restricted areas. Nuclear sites that could potentially carry our nuclear arsenal internationally. Come on, over our military bases domestically. And nobody sees this as a joke. They see this as a freaking, oh yeah, it's just it's been going on for years, folks. They know exactly what the hell it is. They absolutely do. And I'm more certain now. That's why I had a hard time kind of saying, okay, because there's a lot of evidence, obviously there's some airspace there that allows these drones to fly that they have published. And of course, we've got some drone legislation coming up as well, conveniently, but I want to see what's inside it. Unfortunately, it's all concealed, like everything else that they do. They can't be keeping us in the dark over this. The problem is, it would piss off the American people, and they know it. They freaking know it. I'm sorry, but I live it. Our army has been developing and testing counterterrorism drones in New Jersey for a number of years, right? They have been. That's what I revealed in a lot of my prior videos, and that's why I said some of it is that. But I absolutely believe that it could definitely be as well foreigners. If not, it's the reason I'm leaning more on that now is because I'm leaning on both now. They're invading our international military bases, flying over it. Nobody's doing anything about it. They're just allowing it, folks. They're not taking them down. They're not taking precautions, according to the articles I read. And same crap is happening here now that was happening internationally. And it's happening more often. Happened in 2019, 2020 over Colorado. It happened in Virginia, 2023. Now it's happening again in 2024 in New Jersey. Notice the places change. There's military bases in these other states, Colorado, Virginia, and now New Jersey. Not to mention the Chinese balloon that was gathering intel. It's like it's an open game in our country. And coincidentally, majority of it has been under Joe Biden and his administration. Why now? We didn't really have this problem before. We didn't have it until Joe Biden got into office. Now they've got all our sensitive information. We could be dead men walking if we go to war. We're lame ducks. Now they have all this intelligence that they've gathered on us via these drones, spying on us. As he said just a moment ago, our Congress leader. Crazy things. Anyhow, obviously there's a lot more to it, but if you really want to dive in to more of what's going on, get to restrictedrepublic.com. I really want to encourage you to check out that site. I opened this in light of everything that's going on. We're being censored into oblivion, and there's so much more that you need to know. Sign up for restrictedrepublic.com. Go there today. Use the coupon code Lisa and the number 5. Get it for $5 per month. That's less than a cup of coffee. And you're going to get the downright nitty-gritty news of the truth. But with that, I know I'm kind of intense today, but I can't help it knowing the risk that they're putting our country in right now. And it's not good. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.